Alright, test number 2. See how much better it sounds with the wind deflectors. Make sure them bitches are up if they are. That is up. Alright, cool. Might also induce more wind in here, but we shall see. Oh, it's going to be a bit tight. I should have moved my car again. But I'm pretty good at parking where I shouldn't. Or in spots that just don't help me. And now let's go this way. Well, we're pretty good. I'll pass them up. Here and refilled them in with oh, he's turning. Here we go over here. Have done a terrible job of filling them with their concrete and shit. Oh, it's a lot warmer today, so I'm a little happy about that. Howdy. Knows that this thing is on, or if he's just kind of dilly-dallying around. There you go. Guess we're already getting a pretty good test right now to see how that sounds. Definitely feels windy. So yeah, I'm gonna try and get over if I can. Of course I can, I'm on motorcycles. Pretty fun. Makes it easy to commute around in a motorcycle. I'll tell you what, this is going to be a little bit of a longer ride. Hopefully, one, the video camera is up for it, doesn't overheat. I guess we will find that out. And then two, let's see if I even have enough footage space for this. We shall see. A shit ton of memory, so here's to hoping we get the green light. Things that I gotta do today, gotta finish up work. Unfortunately, I wish I were rich sometimes so I didn't have to actually do much shit for work, but that was not the case. I got a motorcycle, so that's extremely helpful. Makes me feel rich on the inside. Nice day for the convertible, isn't it? Not bad. I mean, people were out in convertibles yesterday. I gotta admit, it was quite chilly. I was not the most happiest of fans about that, but we got out anyway. Made us a quick little ride, mostly just to try out the camera, so I'm really kind of hoping that this one kind of already hear the difference and how it sounds. Oh yes, and we got the green. I do gotta admit that my 12-minute video from yesterday was, oh come on, there we go, sorry my shoelace got stuck. My 12-minute video was like 7 gigabytes, which is wild to me. But then this video, depending on how long it actually is going to be a lot more. And I don't know if I got the storage space for it. Sorry, my fucking shoelace keeps getting stuck. I don't like that. It makes me nervous. Everyone's so dirty right now. Damn. Well, we'll take one of my more favorite local roads. Got a couple of routes I can go to today, but we'll see how much ones we go on. Come on, at least one person make it. There you go. Can two make it? No. Mr. Ranger over here is going to stay back behind the line, so yeah, we ain't going to make it. Oh well, a little bit of waiting never hurt nobody. So today I'm gonna be looking at an apartment, see if I can move in there if I like it. So I'm pretty excited about that. I also got dinner that we're going to make tonight. I'm also very excited about that. And then if I do like this place, then I'm going to start packing, getting some shit taken care of, and get all that ready to move in. Hopefully have some of my friends help me out getting the shit taken care of. But we shall see. Wonder if this Jeep's doing my trick. He looks to be going too slow for that. Never mind. No, he's not. Sometimes I will cut through there. Something's free over there. Tell you what, man, this bike feels so good. I love riding on this bike. I had 600cc version of this bike, same year and everything too, actually. It's kind of funny. Might as well get the highway speeds tested while we're here, and we got the opportunity. But anyways, as I was saying, I had 600cc version of this bike. Loved it. And it's a really good beginner bike, I gotta admit. I had that for about 2 years almost, I think. Maybe longer than that. I don't know if I bought that in 2020 or, well, no, if I bought that in 2020 or 2021, then maybe about 4 years then. But that was a lot of fun. Fell in love with the bike. Then I rode my buddy's SD1 and fell in love with that bike. And I like the tank. Tank is a little bit bigger, so I can actually grip it with my legs a lot easier and not kind of feel awkward or scrunched. So that was pretty nice. Also, this van ahead of us, looking really cool. I don't know if it's a Volkswagen one or not. Judging by the Westfala, I would assume it would be. Or Falia, or whatever the fuck it would be. But yeah, I'm assuming it is, but it's still cool. Fell in love with that one. And then I got not really tired of my old bike. I was just kind of looking one day, just like, you know what, just in case, see if there's any good deals out there. And then I got this one. This one has just over 7,000 miles on it, and it was at a really good price. So I texted a bunch of people like, hey, talk me out of this, and one tried just because I asked them to. And then they later told me, it's like, I don't know why you're trying to talk yourself out of that. That's a good deal. And then my buddy Kells, I called him and I was talking to him about it. He's like, bro, you should get this thing. Like, I'm being dead ass serious. Like, you should get this thing. And I was like, all right. So then I messaged him, and then immediately for the next like 3 hours, I was just kind of looking at him like, you want to message me back? You want to message me back? You want to message me back? And they finally did. And that was in January. And so I was bike, or we went up there, went to go get it. Came to a deal on the price. The battery was dead, so they couldn't look at the mileage, which I think kind of turned a lot of people away, which was super good for me. As soon as we got a jump pack on this thing, I saw 6799. I was like, oh shit, let's go. So then did that, got it. I had to come back another day to go because I couldn't find the right battery. That was my stupid fault. But came back with the right battery, picked it up. Well, it just freaking snowed really good, and so I freaking hopped on the bike. That is pretty nice. I think that is a Volkswagen. I'm like 99% sure. Hopped on the bike, got stuck in their driveway because they didn't plow it at all. So I had no. I was just driving through snow on pretty much summer tires. And so I asked the guy, I was like, hey man, can you push me out? So he pushes me out, get onto the road, make the first right turn, and I was just trying to get up to speed. I wasn't used to the power on the bike, because all I've ever had was a 600cc, and the 600, the throttle is really like delayed almost. So I thought that the same would be on here. No. And the back end of the bike kind of got away from me for a second, but I uprighted it. I don't even know what the hell I did, but I did. And so uprighted it, got it just fine, and drove it the rest of the way home. Got her all parked, and I was just kind of staring at it, waiting for springtime to come. And even now I'm a little early, I guess. I mean, it's April, but still a little early. Still got some cool days ahead, but I don't really like riding too much in the high heat, because man, it just gets sweaty. And you can try whatever you want to try and cool yourself down while you're in the helmet and everything, but it's difficult, man. You get sweat going into your eyes and shit like that. That's not a fun time. Dodge this little branch right here. This guy has some really cool cars and trucks. I like what he's got going on. I want to talk to him one day and just be like, hey man, I really love what you got going on. But yeah, so then I've only been on one real long trip on this bike. Even my old bike, I never really went on really long trips. I had one to Portsmouth, Ohio, but that was not bad ride. I mean, I guess you could also say Russellville. Russellville was like an hour and a half. Portsmouth was 2 hours. I haven't been like out of the state, well, I mean, Rabbit Hash too, but not like far out of the state. I haven't gone like multiple states away, or a 4 hour there, 4 hour back trip. But if this thing works out for me, then I will definitely have some longer trips planned out. Like I know my buddy's wanting to go to Detroit at the end of this month, or at the end of next month, and I'll see about that. We'll see how things are going. Then in October, me and the guys are going down to Sevierville. So I want to take this down, but that all depends on if they got 2 people to drive, because it's, I think, 8 people in all. I'm not too sure, but it's multiple people and they can't all fit into one vehicle. So if they can get multiple people to drive down, then I will ride the bike down, and if not, then I will bring my car and carry the rest of the people. But other than that, I don't really have many plans this year. I kind of like the unplanned things that happen, but we will see. Also, this kind of stinks. I kind of wish this cement truck weren't here. Kind of patiently waiting. There's no real good place to pass them either. Even once we get onto the next road, I mean, it's all one lane for the majority of it. No real plans for motorcycle rides this year. We'll see though. But I love this thing. A little bit on my old bike. Always kind of really wanted motorcycles. When I was a kid, I had like a chopper bicycle, and then I had this really cool electric motorcycle that was like purple with blue flames. I added like the Taboo buzzer from that game. That was my horn. But I had a lot of fun with that. I used to go riding all around my neighborhood, stuff like that. And so I've always kind of really wanted a motorcycle. And then I remember watching a lot of like motorcycle videos when, you know, I was in like high school, stuff like that. It was mostly of like the fails, funnily enough. But yeah, no, I really enjoyed watching those videos. And then finally it was just like, you know what, I'm gonna get me a motorcycle. And talked to my one buddy who had a motorcycle. Talked to him for quite some time. He kind of pointed me in the direction of the FC6, and I was just like, okay. So then I started looking around. Really kind of had one weekend where I was just like, I'm gonna buy me a motorcycle. Like, I'm tired of this watching videos. Like, I want to buy one. And so looked all weekend, found a couple that were kind of within my parameters. And let's see here. Nope. But if we can stay good here, should be good. There we go. Found a couple that were within my parameters, but people kind of seem sketchy. Bikes kind of look sketchy, so I was just like, you know, I really tried to force one, but none of them really worked out. So I was like, all right, whatever. But then on Monday, me and my buddy were going out for a work trip up to, I think, Chicago or Michigan, somewhere up north. And he was driving, so I was like, no, screw it. I'll just take a look around again one more time just to see what I see. And found my bike, and the guy was asking like $1,800 for it. And it's by far cheaper than the rest. Had a decent amount of mileage on it, but nothing to be scared of. And then I messaged him and I was like, hey, like, can I buy this? And he's like, yeah, it's still available. Like, when do you want to come see it? I'm like, well, I'm out of town right now. I just left. I won't get back till Thursday. Can I like come by next weekend? And he's like, well, I got some people who are asking about it to come by and see it beforehand. I'm like, I'll give you a deposit. He's like, I mean, yeah, but like, I got these people who are wanting it now. I don't want to mess with it. I was like, buddy, I'll give you $2,000 in total if you just hold on to the bike for me. And he's like, okay. So then he gave me his number. We started talking. He took the listing down, which I was happy about because I didn't want anybody else to offer him money. And then me and my buddy, who has the FC1 now, went out and picked it up. And I didn't know how to ride a bike at the moment. I'd never taken a course, or I had one little instance where I rode a motorcycle, and it was in the parking lot, and I hit the back of a BMW because I took the turn way too wide, target fixated, and hit his taillight. And luckily I work at a body shop, so it's like, hey man, come on down, we'll I'll take care of this for you, like, don't worry about it. I messed that up and I'm sorry. And so he comes in and he talks to my boss. He's like, you know what, it's all right, it's not gonna really fuck up the value or anything like that. It's nothing too bad, because it really like wasn't really fucked up. It was just kind of marked up. I didn't hit it going fast or anything like that. And so didn't really hit it too bad. He called it even. He was like, no, we're good. So that was all the experience I ever had. So then me and my buddy, we drive all the way down to, I think, Richmond, Kentucky. And I had my buddy ride it all the way back. And it was kind of funny too. We had a little mob going on the way back. It was a Chrysler 300C, me and my Jetta, and then this guy in a Jaguar XJ. We were all just going like 100, 110 coming back, which was quite some fun. to this one spot for food at Proud Mary's, which is a really good spot. What do you got over there? I can't tell. It looks like a Yamaha, but I could be wrong. Shit, can I even go this way? We'll see. 5 miles ahead. Yeah, we'll see. Hello, officers. How y'all doing? I should have given them the head tap. That would have been funny. But yeah, then we rode back, came all the way home, and after that, you know, they started taking me out, showing me, you know, what to do. I'm a little nervous because I don't know how else to kind of get around this spot, and I'll be kind of sad if I can't take my route. To a parking lot. One of the first things they taught me was how to brake really good. They're like, you're gonna need this. People are gonna pull out in front of you. People aren't gonna see you. You're gonna need to know how to brake and how to do it well. So I'm like, okay, I mean, sure, let's do it. So just kind of practice getting up to speed and stopping in a semi-fast manner. And then kind of got comfortable doing that where I feel decent at it now. I won't say I'm great. I won't say I'm the best or even a quarter of the best, but I can confidently almost come to a complete stop when the time calls for it. And I'm just kind of praying that the time never calls for it, but such is life. You can't really anticipate that, so, or predict that, I should say. So yeah, started doing that, went on. It used to kind of be like a local legend, not really, but it was just a really fucked up road. But it got me practicing like standing on my pegs to go over bumps and stuff like that. It was nice, twisty and turny, had a little bit of gravel in it in some spots, so it kind of got me used to that, which, you know, I guess fuck it, you got to learn somehow, so go ahead and get onto it right away. And so man, I'm really trying to think of where the heck I'm going to go. We'll see. I don't know where this is closed at, but I can always turn around real quick. But anyways, so started practicing that, got, you know, on that road, started doing little trips by myself, got into it. And I was like, well, I want to go get my license, and I am pretty broke. So if I do the MSF course, then I will, you know, I'll knock some money off of my insurance, so that way that doesn't go up. And it'll be a little cheaper for me in the long run. So I took the MSF course, and we're doing the riding days. It's 1 day of learning, 2 days of riding, and then you take a test at the end of it. And this one lady did not pass her test, and she was pissed. She was so pissed. Oh, thank God. Waiting to see where this road ends at. God, I love this place. But yeah, she got into her truck and she was peeling out, leaving the course. So the instructor's just like, yeah, if this is how you react to this, like, I really don't think you should be riding a bike. But I remember, like, I pulled up to the classes on my bike. I pulled up there and, you know, went and took the test and all that stuff. And I remember, like, just kind of the little things that I've learned, you know, as a new person riding out. I was able to help a lot of the newer people who were trying to figure it out for themselves. Like, you know, my bike won't start. Well, it's because your kickstand's down. 2 miles. What's in 2 miles? I wonder if I can do the little workaround. I'm curious to see. But we shall see. But yeah. I was just able to help them out. I was doing really well. I remember even my braking came up at one point, because you were doing like a little slalom, and then you had to stop in a box or stop by cones or something like that, but you had to stop. And so I was doing that, and I kind of was cooking a little bit, and I remember the instructor pulled me over. He was like, hey, come over here, man. I was like, alright, what's up? Oh shit. Yeah, I guess not. I'm not silly. I've never been up this road, but hey, who knows? Maybe we might find a good road up here that might lead me back to where I'm trying to go. But we shall see. Man, this is a little stinky. JJ, my son. Alright. Anyways, he pulls me aside and he goes like, hey man, do you know what threshold braking is? And I was like, no, not really. Oh lord, this is gonna stink. And he's like, well, it's kind of when you're on the edge of braking and you get this nice little poof of smoke coming out of your tire at the end of it, like when you stop. So, do me a favor, you just did that, please don't do that again on my course. I was like, alright, cool, my bad. But it just goes to show to me that I did pretty well with learning how to, you know, navigate braking situations. So I was pretty honestly happy about that. But anyways, what the point of what I was trying to get to on this was, I remember they were asking me, the people who were in the course, is like, man, how long have you been riding? I was like, a month. They're like, what? I was like, yeah, man, I've only been riding a month. They're like, dude, we thought you've been riding for years. I'm like, no, man, it's just a month. And they're like, all right, which I think helped them out, because I think that they were worried about how they were going to do. And it's like, dude, I picked up all this just riding in a month. I'm sure you'll be fine. But I was able to help a lot of them out, just kind of with the simple things. Like, I don't know a whole lot when it comes to this, especially more so at the time. I didn't know a lot, but I knew just enough to pass my test with flying colors. We did have one kid kind of flip off of his bike. I don't know how he did it. I just kind of saw him like high siding off of it, but I was like, how the hell did that happen? And so yeah, that was interesting. Luckily it was nothing too serious. He wasn't going fast at all, so he was just kind of chilling there. But the bike that I had, which is one I still want today, it was a great little putter around bike. It was super nice. It was a Suzuki Van 200. I was really happy I got that bike. There is a YZF dirt bike that was really tall that I was told to pick, but when I got there and we got to the bikes, it was already taken. So I was like, alright, well, that sucks for me. But anyways, I got the little Suzuki Van 200, and I really love that bike. That's a great little city cafe racer almost like bike, but it had little knobbies on it. I think they just come from factory like that. I could be very wrong, but at least those did. And the guy was telling me, he's like, yeah, dude, that's a great bike. You can just take it out on the farm somewhere and just fucking have some fun with it and just kind of ride around in the yard, go back to the street, go back to the yard. It'll take it. It doesn't go too fast. It's just a great little bike to just kind of run around in. So I'm kind of on the hunt for one of those, honestly. Let's see what road we got coming up here. I don't quite think that. Probably should, but I'm trying to see. What is this? Is this killing me? Oh, so this is the other end. Oh, well, hell. I'm going actually right to where I needed to go. That's insane. I didn't know I cut through this. That's actually really insane. Good to know. Yes, this is how bikers find their way around the world. I'll just rest off that. There we go. Was it bad timing? I guess so. Anyways, but yeah, I love a little Suzuki Van. I loved riding that thing. That was a whole lot of fun. And then got my license, messaged my buddy. I was like, hey man, I'm legal, we're good to go. Like, let's go do something. And so there was a group ride going out to the WEBN fireworks. I don't know why you're stopping, buddy. Oh, because you can't see. That makes sense. I don't know where you're going. You gonna figure it out there, partner? What the fuck? Oh, I guess with how long it is, that does make sense. Alright, cool. Whee! But, obviously I was still very, very new rider, so we did a group ride going down there, and I just personally did not feel safe. I did not feel comfortable doing it. I didn't know where I was at, too. So that didn't help. And then everyone's kind of riding a little crazy, and it's just like, this ain't for me. So then as soon as I kind of got to a spot where I knew where we were, I looked at my buddy, I was like, hey man, dude, this ain't for me right now. I'm not there yet. And so I told him, like, hey man, I'm leaving. And so he's like, all right, you know, let me know when you get home. Cool. Well, all right, cool. So then I take my happy ass home. I had me a good time, good little night ride coming home. And then, sorry, I just thought there was a cop down there. So I had me a nice little night ride coming home. Got home. We saw this one dude who was on like a 350 or 300, 250 or 300. And he was like full tuck at 45 miles an hour. So him and I were both kind of laughing at that because it was just funny to see. I'm gonna make it. It was funny to see that. And so I was looking through Facebook and I messaged my buddy. I was like, hey, our guy got spotted on Facebook. There's pictures of him out there. He's like, hey man, fucked up my bike. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, dude, I fucked up my bike. I was like, what happened? He was like, fucking low-sided it. So you shitting me? And I was like, come down and let's talk about it. Because he used to live, you know, up 140.